So this video was called Playing the Snare Drum. And you'll see a theme in these, because every time I do one of these, it's almost like a lesson type video, I just procrastinate and I just struggle to do it, because it's like, how much more of that do you need? And so this will be a little bit different in that I'm not going to sit here and tell you a bunch of stickings and techniques and all this stuff. And as you know, all these videos are always improvised. But I had a quick little think and I thought about it like this. So when I first learned, I learned how to hold the sticks, and in traditional grip, that meant doing this. And that was how you would practice. To try to get that strength built up in your left hand. And the only other thing was Mama Dada, as I was taught it, which is a bounced double stroke roll. So we're not talking about like accenting the second note or any of this stuff, it's just a bouncing. So it didn't take me long to get this concept of bouncing. And then I knew what a paradiddle was. And that if I sped that up, I could bounce it. So, I'm still from a time when getting a whole drum kit when you started drums wasn't really a thing, so you'd have to learn how to play on one surface or play on the snare drum. And when I figured out how to just do that, which was about 9 years old, and it didn't take me very long, and the we'll get to, is I just wanted to get that. A bounce double stroke roll, which to me at the time at 9 sounded pretty cool. You know, it sounds really fast and everything, and then to be able to do like a bounced paradiddle, you could do it at a decent speed at that time, it was pretty cool. And so I ended up playing this on a pad all the time. That was all I knew, right? Paradiddle diddles, same again, bounced. A bit, right? But anyway, and then I wanted to set the world record for the longest drum roll, like the longest double stroke drum roll, at like 9, just because, I'd learn how to do this thing. So that's where I'll try and get into this and not take up too much more of your time, it's sort of about this thing of immersion, being immersed in something. There's only so many lessons that you can have. There's only so many times you can be told how to play a double stroke roll, or this grip or that grip, or this technique or that technique, or this is right and that's wrong. Whereas if you're sort of immersed in what you're doing, and talking about the snare drum, then you're trying to produce a sound out of the snare drum. That's going to inform all the rest of it in the technique. I've talked about this before. And that obviously, or maybe not so, this is really where it begins as far as the touch and all the stuff that happens that you can then spread around the rest of the drum kit. I'm no way like a, studied snare drummer. Told this story before, but that's what it looks like is when I was about 10 or whatever, around the same period, I was really into Buddy Rich, and I believed that he could do a roll with his left hand. So all I had was listening. I couldn't see it. And it was just about all I could do, but I'd figured out that. And then over just trying to recreate that sound. Over time, over years, eventually I figured it out in my own way. It's not as good as his. But not through like not the best example. The point being is it's through just being immersed in it, like this drum here. There's so much in it that's more than just. So instead of thinking about all kinds of patterns and lessons and patterns and new exercises and all that stuff, you just think about this is an instrument that you've got these things and you can try to create sounds out of it. So I'll just do, I'll do like a bland thing, and then I'll do something that I feel is not so bland, using this one instrument, and hopefully it sort of sounds like something musical. All right. So, like pipe, I'm not an expert in any of this stuff, but like the pipe drummers, like the Scottish pipe drummers, they like buzz everything and they play with their thumb on top of the stick like this, like. And they don't play any open rolls. Everything's buzz. And when they do they have dead strokes, which you can use. Or like a buzz. I know nothing about Scottish drumming except those few little things, but the point being is that these are all just sounds. And so by getting immersed just in the single instrument, you can make musical little things and make a little story and make a little, and whatever I'm trying to say is to be getting into that type of space and that place. Just double strokes and rolls and stuff you already know. I'll just play something. That's it. I think that's it.